dust to dust. Let tomorrow have its way with the promises we made. Skin to bone, steel to rust.
I don't think that standardized tests truly measure the growth of every type of student. All students are different, and although the testing itself it's supposed to be a standard measure, it may not be accurate for all students. I believe that people don't understand enough about what goes on in schools. So I guess their only way of getting a picture of how schools are doing is to look at test scores.
Ash to ashes, dust to dust. Your deception, my disgust.
I think that the most important difference is starting in 2002, the federal government started to require all of our schools to test in certain ways and also to attach certain rewards, positive and negative, to the outcome. That's the No Child Left Behind revolution. I will admit that I'm skeptical, but, if you have an education system that for really, 2 centuries was operating a certain way and suddenly you switch it up, to make a blanket claim like, the switch has been positive or negative, I think is pretty dangerous. The No Child Left Behind Act passed Congress by a vote of something like 390 to 50. No Child Left Behind passed overwhelmingly because there was a consensus in the Congress among the people that American schools were insanely inadequate. If people didn't believe that, they wouldn't have voted for No Child Left Behind. Now, it may well be that the cure was worse than the disease. And I think there's a lot of, let's just say, preliminary evidence for that. And to go back to your question, has this been good or bad? I think there's a lot of evidence that the testing has narrowed the content and the quality of teaching. Private companies and private profit making has always been a part of American public education. One of the great ironies of the No Child Left Behind Act is it was an unprecedented act by the federal government in the educational realm. What it said is that every state has to test its kids and has to disaggregate the numbers in certain ways and has to reward and punish in certain ways. But it was up to the state to determine that, and what that meant is 50 different states had to come up with tests. That's an enormous new market, and that's really the market that Pearson tapped into.
I'll be happy that you're gone. Ash to ashes, dust to dust. Ash to ashes, dust to dust. Skin to bone and steel to rust. Right to left, left to right. Night to day.